And as we head into this wintry weekend, be sure to follow me on social media. And when you see some of my posts, be sure you see the date of the post. I've had some folks see some older posts and go, hey, that's not the current weather. Well, that's why I put the date always beside that. So be sure to check that out, refresh the page. If you're not already joining me, please feel free to do so. We'll be providing many updates and live streaming all throughout the upcoming weekend. Speaking of which, tonight, not a bit of a problem. Skies are going to be cloudy. It's going to be colder. Temperatures overnight, upper 20s to around 30. Our developing winter storm still farther back to the south and west over Texas. They're dealing with the rain, freezing rain, sleet, and all snow across the Panhandle up through portions of Kansas. So when is that going to reach us? Well, I think tomorrow morning, as we'll show you in the future track, a little bit of that reaches us early, but a lot of that's going to be evaporating initially. And I think once we get deeper into the day, you see a bit of that chance of a wintry mix of some light snow, sleet, freezing rain all together. Once we approach late day into Saturday night, that's when it's going to be critical watching the thermometer and the radar. As freezing rain will be more likely. Temperatures will be easing back below freezing for many, and the amounts of icing will vary from location to location, especially higher elevations, of course, where temperatures will be colder. The wind at those higher elevations as well may cause more tree damage and more power outages. But even in the valley, some pockets in the valley may be more stubborn to warm a bit, holding that cold air, trapping it. Therefore, it may take a little while longer to warm. But either way, on Sunday, temperatures are expected to warm, but also some very heavy rain. And that runoff from that rain could lead to some black ice by early Monday morning. And as I mentioned, for several days now, 1 or 2 degrees is all it takes to make that big difference between what's wet and what is icy. That'll be critical, especially tomorrow night. This takes us to tomorrow morning. Very early, a little bit of light precipitation coming in, but it's going to be battling dry air. As it does so, it'll evaporate initially, helping keep temperatures cold. But first of all, you may see some light snow showers, especially north and west of the city. Little light accumulation in those areas. But eventually, as we go through the day, warmer air aloft moves in. That'll transition more to sleet and a little bit of light snow mixed in, and more of a mix into the valley through the afternoon. More of that deeper moisture starts to arrive later in the day and toward the evening hours. We'll see temperatures in the valley going back above freezing, but as that column of air absorbs that moisture, it'll cool the temperature back a bit and settle down to near freezing. That's going to be very critical once we approach after sunset Saturday through Saturday night into Sunday morning, as we'll see pockets where areas may just get flat out downpours, but others where you get freezing rain. And again, freezing rain is rain that falls as liquid to the surface, and on exposed objects that are below freezing, it freezes on contact. That's critical, of course, for trees, power lines, and any uninsulated surfaces like bridges, overpasses. And again, that's going to be the key through early Sunday morning, as many areas will still be below freezing. But again, at varying levels of warming, we'll see more warming going on Sunday. Therefore, all of this is all very heavy rain, could lead to some flooding issues. That cold ground doesn't exactly absorb the rain all that well, and it's going to be raining at a very fast rate, allowing for a little flash flooding. The rain does move out by late Sunday afternoon, maybe a little bit of flurry activity on the backside, but the bigger story here is all that rain, all the runoff could cause some black ice issues Monday morning as temperatures drop back to the teens, and highs on Monday barely above freezing. In fact, even colder Tuesday morning with the potential for single digits. So looking at the ice accumulation potential, this is a European model. Notice a lot of areas kind of left out, but others, notice it kind of hovers the higher terrain, 1/4 to 1/2 inches possible in those areas, traced to 1/4 inch in the valley. And I'll just show you the breakdown. It's going to vary in the valley because of the different types of warming levels. So therefore, some colder valley pockets may allow for a little bit more, others not so much. But on local mountaintops, we're talking Lookout, Signal, Mowbray Mountain, for example, 1/4 to 1/2 inches possible. Same thing across the plateau. And to give you an impact ratio of that, from a 1/10 to 1/4 inch, you can have some isolated power outages and some slippery travel, but a little bit more of that moderate range to 1/4 to 1/2 inch. If we get a longer duration, well, you don't want to reach that level. That's where you could have more major power outages. And that's what's going to be critical tomorrow night, watching when temperatures start to warm, especially through the day on Sunday. Also, the rainfall amounts exceeding 2–2.5 inches in many spots, leading to that risk of flash flooding late day on Sunday. So tomorrow we watch that wintry mix moving in gradually during the day. Should get above freezing in the valley, but easing back to near freezing once again Saturday evening and overnight. So what starts with that mix during the day gradually Saturday, and that freezing rain Saturday night becomes that heavy rain on Sunday. Watch for black ice early Monday, and we're going to say bitter cold next week. Lows in the single digits Tuesday, and some days barely above freezing all the way through late next week.
All right, David Glenn.